talk about that very headline. The next one, National Assembly compiles 30 billion naira lawmakers severance package. Okay. National Assembly compiles 30 billion naira lawmakers severance package. Back to subsidy. Food prices, transport fares, Soar. Food prices, transport fares, Soar. All right, we'll talk about all of this and more when I read the articles, attached to the very headline. Just stay tuned. All right, I'm going to start with my first big headline, and it's from the in-house bulletin, and it goes like this. Court tells former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, PDP has right to suspend or expel him. Now, I'm going to be reading from the 12 o'clock bulletin. All right, just give me a minute. I can't find where I stored the information. Okay, I found it. A federal high court in Abuja has told former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, that the PDP has the right to suspend or expel him if the action is done in accordance with the constitution of the party. Justice James Omotosha stated this in the judgment he delivered on the suit filed by the former governor prior to the 2023 general elections to seek a court order to stop the PDP from taking action against him without a fair hearing. Now, the question in my head is, will the PDP go ahead? Remember, there was an exchange of words between the former Commissioner for Information and a NEC member of the PDP, one saying that Governor Wike still, or former Governor Wike still remains a bona fide member of the PDP, while the other saying the PDP does not necessarily recognize the former governor as their member. And now there is the court ruling, and the court ruling is saying that the party has the right to suspend or expel him. So who do you think at this point, where the party is looking at rebuilding after, of course, the happenings during the 2023 elections, who do you think will hold sway of the party? Is it the Atiku's faction? Is it Governor Wike's, or former Governor Wike's faction, I should say? I keep calling him the governor. Please do forgive me. It will take some getting used to. But yeah, the former governor, do you think he would hold sway of the party? Or do you think maybe, like some people are implying, that he has one leg in the APC already? That's one big headline for me. And I'll open the phone lines eventually. You get to tell me what you think about that. But the next one is, Petrol will come down, says NNPC. Petrol will come down. And this is coming from the NNPC, I beg your pardon. You can find this story. Let's see now. You can find this story on the Punch newspaper, And subsidy petrol price will come down, says NNPC. The group chief executive officer, Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, on Thursday, allayed the fear of Nigerians on the rising prices of premium motor spirit known better as petrol across the country. The NNPC boss said competition among major players in the oil sector would force down the price of petrol as against the upward trends that have caused panic in the country. The Punch reports that queues returned to fuel stations across the country following the recent increase in the petrol pump price occasioned by the discontinuance of petroleum subsidy. Early on Wednesday, the NNPC said it had adjusted the pump price of petrol to reflect the market realities. The agency, however, failed to state the new prices of petrol. As you may know, in some places, petrol is going for 511, in other places 600 naira. In some states, I hear it is as much as 1,200 naira. I saw a report yesterday that hinted that in Enugu, petrol is going for as high as 1,200 naira. But then again, the NNPC boss is saying the prices will come down when competition sets in. The prices will come down. But do you have such belief system? Because the economic reality in Nigeria defies the law of gravity. Usually when things go up, they fail to come down in Nigeria. So I'm wondering, are you ready to go through the rough patch this periods with the belief that things will come down, with the hope that things will come down? Do you believe what the NNPC boss has said? Remember, the NNPCL is no longer in the control. Is no longer under the control of the federal government. Yeah. So you want to look at it from that angle as well. And so when you talk about market realities, you want to look at it from the angle that this is strictly a business arrangement, and the NNPCL is looking at making profits with subsidy gone. But to the next headline, 10th NASS leadership, APC, Tinubu allegedly back out of Akpabio's endorsement. Oh, there is fire on the mountain. 10th NASS leadership, APC, Tinubu allegedly back out of Akpabio's endorsement. You can find this on the Vanguard. Strong indications yesterday suggested that the candidacy of former Senate Minority Leader Senator Godswill Akpabio may have hit a brick wall, as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is said to have withdrawn his support for him in the contest for the Senate President in the 10th National Assembly. Recall that All Progressives Congress (APC) had announced the endorsement of Senator Godswill Akpabio and 3 others for the topmost positions in the National Assembly. Now, Senator Akpabio from South was endorsed for Senate President, Senator Jubrin Barau from Northwest for Deputy Senate President, Tajuddin Abbas, Northwest for Speaker, House of Representatives, and Kanu Southeast for Deputy Speaker. This did not, however, go down well with some members of the party, especially those aspiring for the position of presiding officers in both the Senate and the House of Representatives following the protests and condemnation that trailed the party's endorsements. It was gathered yesterday that senators, mainly from the Southwest, have called for a meeting for tomorrow where they would take a decision to work towards reviewing their position on choice of leadership of the Senate. According to a senator from one of the states in the Southwest, the meeting is for senators from the zone to know the outcome of a crucial meeting of the leading tendency among the senators-elect scheduled for Thursday, which they have strategically asked some of their members to attend. President Bola Tinubu is said to have heeded the advice of his trusted political allies by tacitly withdrawing his support for the former governor of Akpabio State, Senator Godswill Akpabio. The president, sources said, was resolute in running a corruption-free government with emphasis on strengthening all the existing policies and institutions concerned with anti-corruption towards achieving this goal. In his inaugural speech, Tinubu declared pointedly that his government would take proactive steps such as championing a credit culture to discourage corruption while strengthening the effectiveness and efficiency of diverse anti-corruption agencies. With the statement, the Soar said, most of us have come to the full realization of the fact that President Bola Tinubu would not for anything support any senator with myriads of cases of corruption in the anti-graft agencies, after declaring before the world that it will strengthen and make them more effective. Is this a subtle way of saying that Senator Akpabio is corrupt? Is it what the APC or the source from the APC is now implying? I mean, so many questions begging answers there. But is it what is now? Is it what is now implying? I really do not know. But I'll read out the last headline after this commercial break that is coming up. Oh, okay. There is no commercial break, so I'm just going to go straight to the next one. National Assembly compiles 30 billion naira lawmakers severance package. National Assembly compiles 30 billion naira lawmakers severance package. I thought we don't have enough money. I'm sorry, I'm just wondering. I'm asking. I thought we don't have enough money. But anyways, the National Assembly has compiled 30 billion naira. 30. You can find this story on the Punch newspaper. And I read, the National Assembly management has commenced clearance of members of the Senate and the House of Representatives for payment and collection of severance packages as the 9th Assembly winds down. The clerk of the House, Yahya Danzaria, made this known in a notice to members at the plenary on Wednesday. The 9th Assembly, which was inaugurated on June 11, 2019, is expected to wind down by the first week of June, while the 10th Assembly is billed for inauguration on June 13, 2023. The Speaker of the House, Femi Gbajabiamila, read out the clerk's notice to members on the floor. Danzaria informed all honorable members to collect their clearance forms for the payment of severance gratuity from the office of the clerk to the House and submit same after completion in Annex Room 2154 or 2031 Finance and Accounts Directorate on or before Friday, June 9, 2023. For the outgoing 9th Assembly, over 30 billion naira has been budgeted for severance and welcome package for outgoing and incoming members and aides in the 2023 Appropriation Acts. Wow. And the question I have is the National Assembly becoming too expensive for us to run? I mean, we need to factor all of that. We're looking at growing our economy. We're looking at removing all the places that we feel we shouldn't be spending monies on. We're removing all of those places, all of those things. Should we cut down on how much we spend on the National Assembly, or maybe cut down on the structure of the National Assembly? Maybe remove the lower chamber or the upper chamber. I do not know, but maybe one chamber should go. But I like to hear your thoughts on that one. And that for National Assembly compiles 30 billion naira lawmaker severance package. Pensioners. Anyways, I'm not going to go into all of that. I'm going to let you reel out your thoughts on what you think about that headline. And the last one, subsidy removal, food prices, transport fares, Soar. All right, you can find this story on Daily Trust. The removal of petrol subsidy and the hike in pump price have led to a spike in transport fares and food prices across Nigeria. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, NNPCL, yesterday confirmed an upward review of pump price of petrol from 197 naira to as high as 557 naira in some states. Daily Trust observed that some private marketers were dispensing the product at 700 naira per litre. And so people are now beginning to feel the effect. I like the way, I think it's the Vanguard. Yeah, I like the way the Vanguard puts the headline. Subsidy, primary secondary school students stranded over hike in fare. primary secondary school students stranded over hike in fare. And some FCT primary pupils and secondary school students have been reported stranded at various bus stops early Thursday in Abuja over a hike in transport fare, the sequel to the increase in the pump price of petrol. And this is very simple. How have you been directly affected with the new price regime of differences? It reflects on the state, but has it really sold your family, your pockets? Here from the start, for me to open the phone line. These are my headlines, 5 big headlines for today, and so you can choose one and comment on. It's an interactive conversation, so it's not a one-sided conversation. So I'd like to hear from you. All right, 0817923002 and 0817923000. Those are the numbers to call. You can use WhatsApp. Text 806416. You're putting some lines that I've read out today. And which one are you picking? Which one are you choosing? I'm looking at how you get to getting this before now. So it's calling me from Enugu to what gift said. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, these headlines at times they can be deceitful.
Okay.
One of former governor Nyesom Wike. You know, that third judgment, I was expecting you to finish the reading.
Okay.
You stopped halfway.
Okay.
Because I went through it. Myself, I was thinking it was a serious matter, but unknowing to me that it was even wicked that won that case in the real sense. Because
how?
To court.
Okay.
Yes, they went to court in the sense that we are suspending people without fair hearing. We can show that the Tinubu. Then you talk about Fayoshe and another person. That was when UK went to court to say you must give anybody you want to suspend, including myself, before you suspend or expel. And Justice Motoshaw in that judgment said you must give inside hearing. And if you go ahead,
but that's what I read. Give from Yenego. I read it and I said fair hearing. So I'm wondering where you said.
No. I was thinking you would get that because even PDP went to court to deny that there was no plan. If I don't my court, just go through it. PDP denied that there was no plan of people suspending templates of expelling government of Wike. That it is not in their plan. There's nothing of such. But look at the headline. If you don't know, you will think it is even serious matter. So in one that case, they said if you go ahead, it will be null and void if you try it without due process in your constitution and the constitution of Nigeria. That is the judgment. So if they venture do anything outside the constitution, but they know they were the ones who offended him. They were the ones who went against the constitution and decided to do this ticket to Atiku Abubakar. That is the crux of the matter. So thank you. Let me end here.
All right. Thank you very much for your time gift. I've got EB from Sani Abacha. What headline are you interested in?
Yeah. Another good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm doing great. What headline are you interested in, please?
Okay, I'm interested for this fuel subsidy something, the price.
All right then.
Okay, it affects everybody. We are the cause of it. We Nigeria, we are the cause of it. But let me tell you something. Let government implement law for control price for all the whole state. Everybody will be afraid. Because after God, the government, when they implement laws for control prices, but big nation them, you go see Cameroon, they get them price control then.
All right, thank you. I've got Jude calling from Omuma. Jude, welcome on the show.
Yeah, court says if the PDP has a right to suspend or expel the former governor.
Anybody, not just the former governor. Anybody, based on fair hearing.
Okay. I'm reading. Okay. They have a legal right to suspend or expel anybody. What I'm trying to say is, recall yesterday that a member of the National Working Committee, former Governor Wike, is just being isolated because they do not have, because of the injunction he has gotten from the court. That's why they put him on isolation.
No, that's not exactly what the article said from yesterday, because it was part of a big headline. Actually, the article did say that the body language of the former governor, gives a story of him being a member of another party, and so because they cannot expel him based on that court injunction, they have now left him alone. That's what the article did say, actually.
Okay, so now that the court has given an order that they have a right, if you get me, they have a right to suspend or expel anybody. I said him, you say anybody. So since he has a matter that has been lingering with the party, now that the court has given an order, they have to spring into action now. If he has offended the party's constitution,
okay,
do what the consequences of such action. So the court has made an order. So let them spring into action, either suspend or expel him.
All right then.
Party supremacy.
All right then.
That's what we hear.
All right. Thank you very much for your. Thank you, Jude. I've got to take Richard is calling from Eliprawo. Richard, good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon, Kalada.
Yeah, good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Yeah. I want to react to the fuel increase or price increase on fuel in Nigeria.
How is it affecting you?
I think this has been one of the things we fear most, and it is happening to us today. I hear a lot of persons, even from the APC spokespersons and all the rest of that, telling us not to blame the president for whatever thing that is happening. And I also have some persons who attribute the blame to some of the fuel station owners. But the truth is this: you cannot blame anybody else outside the president. All of us were interested in fuel subsidy removal.
Richard.
Fuel subsidy to be removed.
Richard, I'm not. Richard, can you hear me? We're not talking about who is to blame. I mean, I think we've moved past that conversation. We're looking at how you getting by. That's what the headline is talking about. Prices of food and everything has gone up. So how are you getting by?
The truth is that it has not been easy with us. I can tell you for good 3 days now, I've not earned anything. I've not done anything. And it is affecting a whole lot of things. So, they should do something about this. It's paining us. It is troubling us. This thing is not helping us. Before you remove fuel subsidy, there should be plan on ground to make sure that the effect will be cushioned.
All right.
But this one, you just come up and announce something, and you expect it to take a different turn from what is happening today. It cannot. So this is a mismanagement of I don't know. Should I?
All right. Thank you for your time, Richard. Thank you. Like I said, we've moved past that conversation. I've missed the call from Victor, but let's take the call from Mufasa. Mufasa is calling from D-Line. Mufasa, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, hi, Kalada. Good afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon.
Yes, I'm interested in the position of the court that said that the PDP has the right, to suspend or expel, the governor, of course, as well as any member of the party, provided they follow the laid down rules and procedure. That's very instructive. Okay, you do not just come and start suspending people arbitrarily just because perhaps you are the chairman or you have a big position in the party. I believe that's what that judgment is, actually talking about.
All right.
It's not as if the governor is bigger than the PDP. The governor himself knows that he's not bigger than the PDP.
All right.
But he has said that before you suspend me or any member of the party, you must follow the due process, and that is what the court just.
That's why, Mufasa, I'm asking the question, given the battle for the control of the party during the 2023 elections, how do you think this will now play out? Because, the court can say based on fair hearing, but that's relative. The PDP can still decide to suspend anybody and say, they gave a fair hearing. So now the question now is, who is going to win this battle for the control of the party? Is it the faction to the left or the faction to the right? And that's what I'm asking.
There is no faction, my brother. It's simple and short. The party has a constitution, and there are laid down processes and offenses that attract either suspension or expulsion. And before you will now say you want to suspend or expel a member, the person must have been found guilty of this, laid down, should I call it anti-party activity, or what could be seen as an offense, against the party, as enshrined in the books of the party. So for me, it's not something that has to do with the former governor alone. It also applies to other members of the party, because if you say the governor has faulted, you must be able to prove beyond every reasonable doubt that this governor or this individual has faulted. And the person must be given an opportunity to defend himself. So it is neither here nor there whether somebody just wakes up one morning and say, this thing you have done amounts to an offense and this person should be suspended. You don't do things that way. So but the bottom line is, I do not think there's a faction. Politics. No.
Mufasa, you've gotten me wrong. When I use the word faction, I'm saying.
I understand your position quite well, Canada. I know. You're just talking about the various interests, because we saw a lot of interest, played out in the build-up to the last general election, especially the presidential election. It's just a game of interest, and the elections have come and gone. I think what the party now should be interested in is building the party so that the party now can come up with a formidable force against the party at the center, which is the APC.
Mufasa, one question, because John is standing by and he wants to give his opinion on what we're talking about. Okay. But the former governors on several occasions, accepted that he worked for the interest of another party. Is that not anti-party?
And the former governor equally said that he's still a strong member of the PDP. Of course he said so. Of course he did. Of course. So even if he said that his interest is in the South, he has said in terms of number that he's interested in the Southerner, getting the position of the presidency. All right. And you saw what are those things that played out. So for me, if you think the former governor played anti-party, come up with tangible proof that would suggest that he should be expelled or suspended. All right. But you cannot just look up for money because you are the chairman of the party or you are a BOT member. It's okay. This person has been suspended and that should stand. The court has simply just stated that you can't do that.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mufasa, for your time. Missed the connection with John, but I've got Muriel calling from Okrika. Muriel, welcome on the show. Muriel, can you hear me? Muriel? All right, I guess the connection there is not clear. Sounds like it's raining over there. But keep your calls coming in. I'm going to go to the message portal and let's see some of the messages. And let's start with this one. This one says the pronunciation of Oh, okay. All right. So you're saying it's not bona fide, is bona fide. But actually, I think you should check the dictionary. There are two ways to pronounce the word. Of course, I wouldn't be stupid to call it bona fide without checking the pronunciation. And this one says that PMS, fuel, will come down is nothing but empty promises. Nothing has ever gone up in Nigeria that came down. I have zero hope in my mind for Nigerian government. Clef Austin with that one. Thank you very much. Let's see this one. So it says, Kala, that there is nothing of substance in that court ruling on former Governor Wike to make it a big headline, because Wike and others have achieved all they needed to achieve at the time and have moved on. Elder Ada. But Ada, the governor says is it makes it a big headline. I don't know about you. It makes it a big headline. I don't know about you. This one says we don't need a soothsayer to let us know we're running a very expensive national and state assemblies. Let us use part-time lawmakers, and constituency allowance should not be paid to them directly anymore. A monthly allowance of 500,000 naira to 700,000 naira can serve while they make up from their main business or job. Lawmakers should be professionals who have job or business. Politics no be business, I beg. Bernard from Transamadi. But you might be wrong, Bernard. I mean, in several parts of the world, people make politics their career. But I've got Israel calling from Transamadi. Israel, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, Canada, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. Welcome on the show, Israel.
And where's my next Titan partner? To hook me up.
Oh, sorry about that. I don't even have a number. I'm sorry, but you can follow on
No.
social media.
If you want the growth of Rivers people and you believe in what you're doing, you need to fix a meeting in your office.
Okay, all right.
That is a great partnership about to be part of.
Okay, we'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this later. Israel can focus on the big headlines now, please.
The big headline is politics or politics. They are saying, when President Goodluck Jonathan saw elections and he wanted to do this thing, and I've done it with a very good thinking here. It was the same president from today and co that protested seriously against it.
Okay.
And bringing it now, you don't have remedies. You don't even think of people. You don't have policies. Subsidized stuff out there in the world. Yes. But look at how much they are gotten in the answer. 30 billion for what? For 4 years, sorry, that's even sent for 6 years. They won't give you most of the billions that are taking home. So, Kala, that's how to refer you to the next item. You need to make it happen for South Africa for us to get history made the year.
All right, then. All right, thank you very much, Israel.
Copy me. I don't know, but we need to make it happen.
All right, thank you very much. I've got Miracle. I'm sorry about that. Good afternoon, Kala. The issue of subsidy removal is untimely. Mr. President could have settled down, looked inward, and worked out whether it is addressing urgent delays and problems facing the country before coming with subsidy removal. They might have had dibs and level in this country. Boris Lamin would help us. Also, Francis Inamani from Amagunze in Enugu State. All right, thank you very much for that one. This one says, if the court order or if the court has ordered or said, Wike can be expelled, let it be. Former Governor Wike on what can make him to be expelled, so they should obey. The court is the law, and the law is the court. God bless Nigeria. Ida from Inkoro. Okay, I have Miracle back on the line and is calling from Iwofe. Let's listen to Miracle now. Miracle, good afternoon to you. Yeah, Miracle, welcome on the show. Let's talk.
I want to speak like the Federal High Court function to the fact that they can transfer now.
So Cotel's, I'm going to through the headline for you. Cotel's former governor of River State, the PDP has a right to suspend or expel him.
Okay, I want to say, is this right? I think that when they wanted to suspend him, they said they don't have the right.
No. There was any jumping them from expel. So the matter was looked. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What do you think?
I said it was an injunction, not a court judgment. An injunction stopping parties from going ahead with anything in pending determination of the substantive matter.
So now, why now then?
I can't make out what you're saying. Miracle calling from your fair, so I have to let you go. But if you're asking me why now, there's a judgment, substantive judgment now, and the judgment says anybody in the party can be expelled by the party based on fair hearing. There has to be a fair hearing. You can just wake up and chase someone out of the party without going through a fair procedure, and that's what that court judgment has said. But let's read some more messages. And this one says, subsidy petroleum price will come down as issued by Melekari is neither here nor there, because the old drama is for Dangote to monopolize the petroleum system and sell it at a cheaper rate of 350 to 4 naira, spend 511 naira, and so on, making it seem like Dangote's price is below the NNPC price, where all independent markets would find Dangote price later. I think this is a dead attempt to hack the petroleum price as Dangote comes on stream and not sell the previous one price of 197 naira to 200 naira. Can you imply? But Calvin, I want you to put yourself in Dangote's shoes. Would you sell below your price? I'm just wondering that. Then it will come and invest in the oil sector. But I've got Gabriel who's calling, or should I? Oh, there's Prince. Prince, good afternoon to you. Welcome. Yeah, welcome. I need you to be audible in like a.
I mean,
what do you want to talk about?
On Subsidy.
Okay. Let's hear you then.
Yeah. So it's for Christmas. It says that is not worth straight well. It was I wouldn't that time just off the removal. And this same set of people I do roses. Then I just for him why now? Why not hard? That is fact. It's about time we remove it and now nothing to grass so that we can absorb the sometimes. And the president is not aware. I think he made it later. But if I put myself, he's aware.
All right. But would you rather see finally removed and we adjusted many years ago, or would you want us to continue pursuing the removal? Which do you prefer? No, it's a simple question. It's a simple question. Which
if you want to remove it,
okay. All right then. All right. Thank you, Prince. I've got Gabriel from Romigbo. Gabriel, good afternoon to you. Yeah, Gabriel, welcome. Let's talk.
I want to talk about who withdrawing his endorsement on God's will and magic.
Allegedly, according to the headline, allegedly withdrawing.
I think if it is true, like it is a right move for president because that is surrounding our presidency in his time ended. I think we need that kind of man as a president. So if I don't even want APC to even withdraw their own Akpabio and look for someone who is credible, especially someone who have good things to deliver.
And who will that someone be? Gabriel, I'm asking, who will that someone be? I mean, who will that someone be? Can you help me?
The president is better.
Okay.
Someone who has worked with the previous administration, who is trustworthy. I know they know it better because they are the players in it.
Okay. So you feel this is a statement against corruption, yeah?
Hello?
You feel this is a statement against corruption?
Of course.
All right then. All right. Thank you very much, Gabriel. Yeah. Thank you for your time. Let's read more messages. 30 billion naira for National Assembly severance packages? Just for all packages? When it reaches the turn of the passport, Nigeria don't have money. Please, God, give us from the hands of the weak. Comrade will get from. I should add this that I think the incoming National Assembly would also get a bite of that cake. They would also get a bite of that cake. I don't know how much, but behind 30 billion naira for severance packages. And I'm wondering some of those legislators will come back. When the National Assembly inaugurated, it's going to take severance and inauguration packages. Just don't mind me. I think that enough for Rivers Labour Chairman to speak against. It is not enough for Rivers Labour Chairman to speak against the removal, but as well, we ensure civil servants promotion letters as promised is issued by former Governor Wike and Fubara. He asked him support is now swinging. Victor from Igbema. Okay. This one says the hike in the price of fuel has affected virtually every demand there, causing hunger in the land. President should reverse this policy. Wike Odinaka. All right. 10 seconders and some members of the party were suspended by the awards through the instruction of where I believe you meant to say, were they given fair hearing? That one. Governor Wike has been accused of anti-party leaders, which has been doing that. Luckily, succeeded in all his land from political to stadium. He's assigned for campaigns to support Tinubu or VPD. Also, same succeeded him as he had PDP to decide. Safia Lamido from Market. This one. Subsidy removal. Sing song of mentally lazy. President, think. It's a long read. I carried all of it. Thank you nonetheless. You said benefits of subsidy removal, high price of Dangote petroleum products, increase in inflation, I believe you meant to say. increase in mass retrenchment and joblessness, more money for legislators, politicians, and government officials, more private jets for politicians. Add yours. All right, thank you very much there. This one says, Canada greetings. PDP should go ahead and suspend. What he has done is more than anti-party in nature. What are they scared of? And for how we are coping with the hike in price, we should all come out and and hit the streets. You don't want them to remove, really. You don't want them to remove the price. But I've got to go. Business news up next. Do stay tuned.